Hello everybody, this is Leslie from Go-To Kitchens. I am back here live with you guys. It is that time of day. It's time for your inspirational scope from me today. So let me give you a little bit of background. Let everybody pop in here just a second. Hello, it's good to see you. Hi Louisa, hi Sonia, hi Divine Smooches. That is so cute, Divine Smooches. Ready to be inspired. Yes. Hello, Chastity. Hello. It's good to see you guys. Paleo JC's in the house. So, hi, Julie. Welcome. Thanks for being here. So we're going to talk a little bit about some inspiration today, and I want to talk to you about setting your intentions, because I think that this is a super important task and a super important thing to get in the habit of. And you don't have to be so literal like me, as in writing them down. I actually write mine down, but I think it's really a powerful gateway into being the person that you want to be. So let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie. I have a website, gotokitchens.com. I like to consider myself a light bulb expert. I like for people to have light bulb moments in their health, and that stems from a cancer journey that I had 3 years ago. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I had a light bulb moment in my health that said, hey, look it, you have cancer for a reason, and you better figure out what it is so that you never get it again. And I thought, okay, I can do that. Light bulb went off, and I have been passionately seeking those light bulb moments since then. And now I'm here as a seeker, sharing back out to you what I've learned. And so it's really important for me to be able to teach you guys and to inspire you guys to maybe think a little differently and to have some light bulb moments. So every day on Facebook, just about every day on Facebook, I have an inspirational post that I put out there. And really what it is it's me talking to myself. And it's me saying, Leslie, these are the things that you need to work on. And then I write them out and I share them back out with you guys. So I am an avid journaler. I love to journal. It is, I think it's very liberating for me to get some thoughts out of my head, and sometimes to check myself when I'm being out of line, or when my thought processes aren't pure, when my intentions aren't pure. And so I think journaling is a super powerful tool. So as a result of that, I put that back out on Facebook, and it gives me some accountability. Now, because of that, because I do that, I developed a hashtag for it over the past year, and the hashtag for it is always light, never darkness. Jamie. So I want to share that out. So I'm going to start by reading that to you before I get started. If you guys wouldn't mind, I see some of you have already done that. If you take the lead of those who have actually shared out right down here in the corner, you can share it with your followers on Facebook, on Periscope, or on Twitter. I would appreciate it. Thanks so much. Oh, you guys are awesome. Look at you sharing out, sharing away. All right, so I'm just going to start, and I'm going to read this, and then we're going to discuss. Thank you guys so much. We are going to start by me reading this, and then we'll discuss it. So let's read what I wrote. This is actually yesterday morning and not this morning, but it was something really powerful, and I want to share it back out to you guys. So here's what I wrote. I believe that in the power, and I'm looking up because it's up on my computer screen, so forgive me. I believe in the power of setting your intentions. I do this daily. I'm not talking about a to-do list. I'm talking about things like, this was the one that I actually wrote for myself yesterday. Today, I will remain calm and focused. I will be kind and smile at strangers. I will mend broken communications, and I will always strive to be light into dark spaces and never darkness into light spaces. Those were my written intentions today. Do you do this? Try it. It is a great reminder of how to live and how to be. Ultimately, it will give you the power to become who you want to be. So I firmly believe that this is one of the keys to mental health, and that is setting your intentions. Because whether you know it or not, you actually set your intentions daily by your attitude when you wake up in the morning. But what you may not know is that you can actually change those intentions. So let's say you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, not literally, figuratively. Let's say you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. and you're a little grumpy and you're a little out of sorts and you're kind of dreading what the day holds and everything, if you stop that mindset as soon as it starts, and you stop focusing on the negative things and start finding the positive things, even if it's something little, like there's still cookies left in the kitchen, right? That's so little, and so it doesn't really affect your whole day, but it's something positive, and I'm just using that as an example. But you know, or the sun is shining today. I love it when the sun shines, right? So these Jamie. So these are, yes, yeah, it's not just a to-do list. That's right. And so setting your intentions, excuse me, I'm sorry, my nose is kind of itchy. It's kind of windy and make my nose itchy. So setting your intentions on a daily basis are so important. I like to physically write mine down. I have a journal. I have a journal that I write mine down in, and I like to physically write my intentions down. And this sets my mindset for the day. Right? This sets my mindset for the day. So one of the things that I said in there is I will mend broken communications, because I have on a to-do list about 1,000 phone calls that I need to make, and I keep ignoring them. I keep ignoring those on my this is my to-do list, right? So on my to-do list, I keep ignoring these phone calls that I need to make because I don't want to make them, because they're a pain in the butt, and they're going to trigger something else, and it's going to add something else to my to-do list. But I have broken communications that need to be mended. So yesterday I got my tail end on the phone and I started making some phone calls, because I started that's awesome. I love that. Because I needed to set my intentions for the day. I needed to say, Leslie Nance, you need to do this. And it's not a to-do list. It's just that this was my expectations for the day. This is what I expected of myself during the day. And so the other thing that I had on that list was I will be kind and smile at strangers. The day before, I had had not some good stranger experiences, and I needed to adjust my attitude because I knew I had to be out in front of people yesterday. And I didn't want to have that scowling, like, you know, rolling my eyes, like, what are you doing? Let's go. Let's do this. You know, I didn't want to have that. So I wanted to set my intentions. Actually, the day before that, I wanted to set my intentions of something good. I wanted to be kind, and I wanted to make sure that I told myself, when you're out today, you need to smile at strangers and you need to be kind and don't be grumpy, because it doesn't do anybody any good when you're grumpy, because they just get grumpy in return. And so, because all that kind of grumpy stuff rubs off on people really fast. I mean, it's like the most contagious thing on the planet is grumpiness. Have you ever noticed that? The most contagious thing on the planet is grumpiness. And so I don't want to be grumpy, right? So if I'm grumpy, that puts grumpy out to somebody else, and then they end up being grumpy to somebody else, and then I'm responsible for all this grumpiness. And I don't want to do that. No, I'm not. Trust me. Right? So I know. That's so true. Right next to yawning. That's right. You yawn. I guarantee you, if I yawned right now, all of you would yawn. I don't yawn very much, only at night. I'm not a big yawner. Anyway, so yes. So that is, I think that it's super, super important. Now, these may be something, these are things that would be completely different to you, right? So how about, I'm going to be patient in the line at school today when I have to drop my kids off. You know, I'm going to exercise kindness today in that line. Or what about you have to go get your driver's license, right? So I'm going to smile at everybody in that room, and I'm going to make eye contact with strangers and smile at them. That is my intention while I'm in that room. So it can be task oriented. It can be to-do list oriented, but it's not a to-do list. It is intentions. It's how you intend to be, right? Perfect. I am not going to honk in traffic today. That's perfect, right? So yes, but so Janie, so you walk in and you're the light, and they're like, what's this girl got up her sleeve? This is what I always feel like people are thinking about me, because I'm kind of a smiley pants. I smile a lot, and I think that people look at me and they're like, is she? Because we're in Colorado, right? So they're like, is she high? What is up with that girl? Because I'm smiling, I'm happy. Yeah, and so you just bring light into dark spaces. Everything's a pants, isn't it? But you bring light into the dark space and not darkness into the light space. that is exactly what that whole mantra, my whole mantra is, please let me be light into dark spaces and never darkness into light spaces. Now, am I that 100% of the time? Heck no. Heck no, I'm not. Do I try? No, you could never smile too much, ever. It's an impossibility. That is not something that you do in moderation, ever. You never, smiling is never in moderation. That is all the way. Oh, Janice, you taught me how to be cool. You guys, when you see Jay Jerry on there, that beautiful woman, when you see Jay Jerry, that is my best friend from high school. And we live miles and miles apart. That's right. Absolutely. Yep. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So we live miles and miles apart. She lives in California. I live in Colorado. We are both very, very busy. We do not get to see each other very often, but, so it's always a pleasure to have her here. I feel like I'm getting to visit with her when she's here. So, oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I'm lucky to have a friend like her. She's an amazing woman. We grew up together, literally. We met, I think, our freshman year in high school, and we have, we've been very close ever since. So she has a beautiful daughter that I adore. So anyway, so that's her. So when you see her, she knows all. You think you know a lot about me, Janie? Janice knows everything. So, it says Jay Jerry. Jay Jerry, beautiful photograph of this very beautiful woman. So she's an actor, and she runs a school, acting school for children, an improv school for children, and she's amazing. She's an amazing human being. So there you go. Don't let it happen. There she is. Look at that. See, look at that smile on that mug right there. That's a smile for you. I know, I miss you too so much. So much. So there's your intentions for the day. Setting your intentions for the day is so powerful, and you will start to learn that they will ultimately turn you into the person that you want to be. Well, she's got plenty of that. Trust me. She's got plenty of dirt. She's got more dirt than a garden. She's got a lot of dirt on me. So, but yes, it will really, you'll start to see that your affirmations, your positive affirmations to yourself and your positive intentions for yourself will start turning you into that person that you want to be, turning you into that, turning you into the person that you are seeking, that you are looking for. So, and that is really only if you're seeking change. I seek change on a daily basis. There are things about me, not physically or whatever, but there are things about me mentally that I am always in an effort to change. And to improve upon. And so, my intentions help me do that, because what you guys don't know, because what you see here, I mean, I'm the same person. You see me in person. I'm no different here than I am if you were just sitting in a chair next to me. I'm the same wherever I'm at. It doesn't change much. So, but if you had known me 5 years ago, you would have seen a different person. I was a Jeannie. I was a little bit of a grumpy butt, and not only was I a grumpy butt, I was extremely cynical. I was extremely critical, not only of myself, but of others. My expectations were set so high on humanity that no one could please me. And it was, I've always been positive in a way that I could smile a lot and be, happy. It wasn't even happy, but it was, that's not even what, it's hard to explain, but I think it's really the cynicism and the criticalness that I had that was so dragging. I mean, I just carried it around like a weight, like dragging it, right? Yeah, I have to watch it too, Chastity. I am not perfect, and I'm really hard on myself. I am incredibly hard on myself. And so that's one of those things that I'm working on, is to stop trying to judge myself so much for mistakes or for shortcomings or something like that. I'm still working on that with myself. And once I get that under control, I think it will even be easier for others. But I think once you realize that you are a human being, and as you look at other people, that you don't see them for what they are portraying on the outside, but you see them as another living being on this planet that you're sharing this planet with, and space. I mean, let's be crystal clear. We're sharing our whole space with other people. And so once you focus on that, that really starts to change the impression of how you feel about other people and being critical. Now, when I find myself being critical, I'm really bad about this when I'm oh, that's sweet. I love Grace. She's such a precious girl. Yes, right? Seeing the humanity in people. Yeah. I know it's so important to understand the humanity in other people, and to understand that they are made of the same thing that you're made of. Flesh and blood and bones and, tissue, they're all made up of the same thing that you are, and our only differences separate us by our mindsets. That is where our differences start to happen, is our mindsets. And when we start working in a collective mindset for peace, that's when we're going to start seeing change. When we start having that collective mindset. And so that's what I try to right? I try to cultivate that. I try to cultivate that everywhere I go, is that collective mindset. Because here's the thing, I can walk around being a grumpy butt, and everybody that comes in my path is going to end up being grumpy because I have passed that on to them. But the same is true if I walk around in peace with myself and happiness and joy and light into dark spaces, then that rubs off on them as well. And so, if I see somebody that I think is having a particularly bad day, I will actually go out of my way to try to put some influence in their life, just to shed a little light into their life. I may not change the situation, but I can at least be a bright spot in somebody's day. And that is always, always, always my goal. So yes, absolutely. I know, me too. I have to, sometimes when I'm watching TV, this is really, you guys know, like, what's happening with me right now. And this is where I catch myself a lot. I will watch somebody doing something on TV and I'm like, oh my God, that is so stupid. What are they doing? Or did she look at herself before she walked out of the house in those pants? And I'm talking about somebody on TV that I don't even know, but their humanity is gone because they're not flesh and blood standing in front of me. I'm just like looking at them. But then I started thinking, oh my gosh, what if I get a TV show, and what if somebody's doing that to me? And they will. But I'm putting that energy out there, and I'm going to get that energy back. And that freaked me out. When I started, setting intentions of trying to be something different, I was like, oh my gosh, that I can't do that. I have to erase that negative intention that I have. So yeah. And so it's funny because now I find myself finding the positive instead of, looking for the coolness, instead of looking for the badness or looking for the flaw. Because ultimately, when you are breaking somebody down like that, when you are constantly pulling somebody down like that, and with your words, really, it's just your own insecurities that you're speaking back out into the world. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's true. So yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I don't want to be judged like that. I don't want to be judged the way that I judge people, I haven't done that in a while, but I was doing that. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to stop that. That has to stop. Even if it stems from selfish intentions, right? So even if it stems immediately from a selfish intention, like I don't want people doing that to me, I can still turn it into an honest intention of just being a different person and not doing that. So sometimes our intentions start from a selfish place. It starts for something like, just like what I just said, I don't want people doing that to me, so I don't do it to people, right? Do unto others, that whole, do unto others thing that we're supposed to be living by. And so sometimes it starts with a selfish intention, but then it turns into a pure intention because I am putting it out there, and then I see the beauty of it, and then I want to live it. So yes, and it ultimately turns me into the person that I want to be. Yes, and that's why all of us do it, Janie. You're not unique there. That is not Janie. Oh, Janie, you're so bad, because you do that. That is human nature. That just means that you're a perfectly normal human being. So has anybody ever called you normal, Janie? But that just means you're a perfectly normal human being. So, right. You're extraordinary. You're not normal. You're extraordinary. So there you go. So there is my what is this thing called? Inspirational scope for the day. So I'm going to read it to you one more time. I believe in the power of setting your intentions. I do this daily. I'm not talking about a to-do list. I'm talking about things like today I will remain calm and focused. I will be kind and smile at strangers. I will mend broken communications, and I will always strive to be light into dark spaces and never darkness into light spaces. Those were my written intentions for today. Do you do this? Try it. It's a great reminder for how to live and be. Ultimately, it will give you the power to become who you want to be. So there you go. Hashtag always light, never darkness. If you want, thank you, Sherry. If you want, you can follow me on Facebook, and I just look up that hashtag always light, never darkness. Hashtag always light, never darkness. You will see tons and tons of inspirational posts that I've put out there for about the last 8 months. I've been writing one almost every single day. And so, yes, so those are out there. You can follow me at Leslie Nance, LeslienAnce. And if you friend request me, I can't guarantee you that I will answer. So please do not be offended if I do not answer your friend request. I have hundreds. I think I probably have close to 900 friend requests sitting out there, and I need to go through them. I need to set it in my intentions to go through them, but I have not taken the time to do that. So please do not be offended if I do not accept a friend request. If I see you here often enough and I recognize your name, I will, and I'll do it immediately, but not always. So please don't be offended. Sherry, I drink kombucha every single day. Kombucha for me is a daily thing. So yes. What a beautiful day. It's a gorgeous day. Yes. Gorgeous, gorgeous day. All right. No, just once a day. Yeah, just once a day. Sometimes it's just 8 ounces. Sometimes it's a whole 16 ounces, but it's usually at least 8 ounces. It depends on if I'm eating other fermented foods. So if I'm eating other fermented foods, I just do 8 ounces. If I'm not, then I just do 16. So typically it's kraut and kombucha. So I do 8 ounces of kombucha and like a tablespoon or 2 of kraut. But that is, yeah, that's just me. So that's what I do personally. So yeah. Yeah. But I do eat some fermented foods every single day while I'm at home. I mean, when I'm traveling, I don't stress about it. But yeah. Although I was wondering, I was talking to Robin, I was like, do you think that they have kombucha in Mexico? I wonder if they have kombucha in Mexico. That would be awesome. Maybe it'd be some awesome flavor that we don't have here. Molly was saying that she has beet carrot kombucha at her farmer's market. I was like, what? Okay, I totally have to come to Austin because I totally want to try beet carrot kombucha. Sounds amazing. All right, you guys, I got to go do some work and I have a meeting in like 10 minutes. So I know, I love Molly. She's amazing. She's amazing. And if you guys aren't watching Andrea, the Dabbling Chef, Andrea's amazing too. I really, really, really am enjoying her periscopes and Molly's as well. I've always loved Molly, so I know, right? Send me some, please. Yes, it's too hard to ship though. All right. Is she on now? Andrea is? Yeah, I should go so you guys can pop over and say hello to her. So is Andrea on or Molly? It's not Molly. Molly's probably still at work, so it's probably Andrea. So you guys hop over and you guys hop over at the Dabbling, at the Dabbling Chef. It's Dabbling Chef. You follow her at Dabbling Chef. Her name is Andrea. You guys all pop over there and say, Leslie said for us to come say hello, and I'm going to pop off and go see her as well. So we'll like flash mob her. Let's go flash mob Andrea. Everybody leave and go to Andrea. Dabbling Chef with a D. Yeah, we'll go flash mob her. Okay, I'm going over there now. See you guys. Bye. Love you. See you tomorrow at noon Mountain Time. Lunch with Leslie. We're doing spices, hacking spices tomorrow. Bye.